It's gonna be a long video. Oh goodness, let me plug my phone. His phone was like, well, nigga, plug this motherfucker up. Alright. So, first thing I want to get out the way is what's the actual definition of a coon by way of standards and means of what black people try to call for today. Now, we're going to go into the proper definition. We're going to the Webster Dictionary. We're going to go to at least 10 different definitions via Urban Dictionary. And I'm going to give you the actual meaning of the definition by way of what you people say today. But before I go there, coon, noun, short for raccoon. Merriam-Webster. Offensive, used as an insulting and contemptuous term for a black person. All right. First known use of the word coon, 1742. I don't have to explain where that came from. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let's go back. Urban Dictionary, coon. All right, here we go. Insulting term for a black person. Quote, insulting term for a black person. I went to the R&B disco at De Niro's last night, and I was the only white person in there. It was full of coons. All right, 10,000 people liked that, 4,000 didn't. An insulting name for a black person, similar to the word nigger. Black man, what's up, homie? White man, can't you coons talk paper English? Black man shoots white man. Alright? Coon is a black actor or actress who takes roles that stereotypically portrays black people. They think they've made it, but they are slaves to the same image, aka sellout. Now, stereotypically portrays, okay? The stereotypical portrayal of black people is what rappers are. Thugs, gangsters, sports, because a majority of the people in NFL and NBA are what color? Black. I digress, but you have to twist this a certain way to really fit your agenda. But it don't really fit your agenda when you use the word. So let's be clear. It comes from the term barracoons, a cage, where they used to place Africans who were waiting to be sent to America to be slaves. They had no idea of this, so some of them were even eager waiting in the barracoons. Example, roles of or advertisements where black people play basketball. Didn't I just say that? Rap about a product. Didn't I just say that? Or obsess with money or chicken. Did I not? I didn't say money, but y'all get my point. Have a lot of video hoes. Have names that show that they are black. Kwame, Darnell, any two capital letters, JT, TJ, AJ, TC, JJ, any female name, any with qua. Excessively used old terms we made up like woo, wee, bling, bling, yo, holla, I'm the man, you the man, yo, that's whack, that's whack, yo, damn, or any term that white people have begun to acknowledge, use, or accept. I hope you get the idea this is happening every day. Black guy on commercial or in movie. Woo-wee. Boy, I do love me some chicken. Where the Kool-Aid at? Person watching. What a coon. Alright? Here we go. A derogatory term for black people, similar to the word nigga. Originally a shortened form of the word raccoon. Used in reference to the animal, the black eye mask, and natural habitats of the animal parallel the characteristics of typical robbers and thieves. The stereotype was then applied to black people. Forrest, hi Earl, what's going on? Earl, coons are trying to get into our school. Coons, well, raccoons, trying to get them off the porch, out our porch. Mama just chased them off with a broom. Not raccoons, you idiot, niggas. And they trying to get into school with us. Which, with much surprise with us, they do. And that was in the movie Forrest Gump. Alright? Let's continue. Raccoon. Maine Coon cat. Derogatory term for black people. Do I need to keep going here? And yet, Black people are using this word as if it's something. And first of all, for y'all to be using this word in 2017 is a goddamn shame. Y'all might well start saying job turkey. Right on, brother. Give me 5 on the blackhead side. You might well go and start doing it. Why not? But what I mean by this, well, let's get into the problem. You see this tweet? Nessa. Do you know who that is? It's Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend. 8,600 people liked it. Loved it, actually. And they retweeted about 6,000 times. Nessa is not a nobody. She has a check, so that means she's somebody important. Now, what you have here is when Ray Lewis won the Super Bowl for the second time, and that is the owner. He hugs the owner. The guy behind him, Joe Flacco. Now, let's be clear. Pretty much everybody hugs their owner when they win the Super Bowl. Hell, when you win the Super Bowl, you no homo, you might fucking hug a little bit too long. You might jump on the guy on the ground, be like, "Yes, we won," and you not with the intent of doing any gay shit. However, for you to put side by side with Steven and the slave master, you're basically calling Ray Lewis a slave and the slave owner. But wouldn't that apply to Joe Flacco, the quarterback, which is white? And if Kaepernick is trying to be a quarterback, wouldn't that technically make him the slave too? And isn't this what y'all crying about, him not, quote unquote, as you all agreed in this photo, a slave to the slave owner or plantation? I don't get it. See, I logically, slowly just leak this completely out of your mind and make you think that you're really insulting the owner and the player, Ray Lewis. Which I might add, Ray Lewis has done so much shit for black people that is pathetic. In the city of Baltimore, I don't know why this dude is not loved way more than he should be. He's done so much for that city and still does so much for that city. He's helped so many black people that most of you niggas that sit back and use this word coon and sambo and all this crap, you can't even, collectively, you motherfuckers can't add up to what Ray Lewis has done. Like, and he don't brag about it. You know, like you got your people in rap, like Black Youngster, you know, the actual coon that you people look up to and you like. And he has to sit up and talk about, yeah, I'm going to change somebody's life, I'm going to give away some money, blah, 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 blah. Ray Lewis just does it. You don't got to talk about it all day. We doing this, we doing that. Just do it. But this is the case, and I try not to go there. I try not to do it. This is the case of your black woman fucking up your career. This was unnecessary. I understand if you wanted to play a joke if he didn't get picked. But Ray Lewis, he was all for Kaepernick being on the Baltimore Ravens roster. He actually championed it. And we're going to read the entire article because you know niggas don't read. There's one thing about niggas, if you want to hide some shit, put it in a book. And even when you got the internet that gives you all the information you want, you're still not going to read. So we're going to read. And if you got this far, open your goddamn ears, open your eyes, and repeat after me. Here we go. Ray Lewis said that the Baltimore Ravens choose not to sign Colin Kaepernick after the quarterback's girlfriend posted a racist tweet featuring the former All-Pro linebacker and owner, Steve Buscemi. I guess that's how you say his name. I don't fucking know. I'm a Cowboys fan. Anyway, we were going to close the deal to sign him, Lewis said on Showtime's Inside the NFL on Tuesday night. Steve Buscemi said, I want to hear Colin Kaepernick speak to let me know that he wants to play football. Sounds like good news, right? And it never happens because that picture comes up the next day. The August the 2nd tweet by Nessa compared a picture of Lewis hugging Bassetti to the scene in Django Unchained, in which Samuel L. Jackson, as a loyal house slave, held Leonardo DiCaprio's cruel plantation owner character. His girl, Diab, goes out and puts out this racist gesture. Doesn't know we are in the back office about to try and get this guy signed, Lewis said. Steve Bassetti, is it Bisciotti? I don't fucking know. We're going to say Steve. Fuck that. We shortening this nigga name. Steve has said it himself. How can you crucify Ray Lewis when Ray Lewis is the one calling for Kaepernick? I'm going to repeat that. This is what Steve said. How can you crucify Ray Lewis when Ray Lewis is the one calling for Kaepernick? Lewis was asked whether the Ravens would have signed Kaepernick if not for the tweet. Then he's flying him into Baltimore, Lewis said. I am sitting with all three of them, and we are all having a conversation about bringing Colin Kaepernick in. On Wednesday, Ravens coach John Harbaugh didn't directly address Lewis' assertion. I'm not exactly sure what was all said, but I can tell you this. I'm way past that. Harbaugh said before practice, I haven't even thought about that for weeks. Our focus is on Cincinnati, which is the week one opponent. Asked if this is an unwanted distraction, Harbaugh said, we have two healthy quarterbacks and we're ready to roll. Keep that in mind. Two, which means there was always a third spot right there for Kaepernick to be signed. But y'all sitting back, y'all protest, blah, 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 blah. Has anybody addressed this woman? Say, man, why you being silly and doing stupid, childish, kiddie shit on Twitter and somebody's actually trying to, pull the strings? And would you know, if I'm the owner of, well, we can't say 30 teams because the 49ers ain't trying to re-sign him, 30 other teams that he's never played for are looking at the Baltimore owner and looking at his girlfriend, seeing that his significant other has that much ignorance in the tweet about an owner of a football team. You think those other 30 teams aren't thinking might be bigger than just him standing up for the national anthem or sitting? This is bigger than that. See, now I'm learning that it's more to it than just, we don't want to sign him because he sat down and he kneeled for the national anthem. No, this is bigger than that. If I'm the owner of any of those 30 teams, I'm like trying to sign Kaepernick. I don't give a fuck if I'm black. I don't want that type of situation around me because look at what you ain't got no control over your woman to tell your woman, hey man, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the Ravens don't sign me, I feel you. Go at it. Go at they throat. If the league is saying, fuck me, then hey, do what you wish, baby. I feel you. Go ahead. Even that is immature, but I wouldn't be upset personally. My opinion. I wouldn't be upset if it happened if there was no way in the league. Like if everybody was doing what they're doing now. But we sitting back thinking this is about the national anthem. Now, it's bigger than that. And like I said, things that go under the dark come to light. Just like the Ezekiel Elliott situation. A lot of things come to light. You eventually start noticing that there was an investigator who said he shouldn't be suspended. You have the situation where the inconsistencies and all this stuff about arbitrators and all this. You get to know things that you didn't know a year ago or 6 months ago or last month for that matter. You actually didn't know the girl actually got into a fight. And the bruises came from the fight because the bruises that was in the pictures weren't fresh bruises and they definitely weren't from Zeke. There was no bruises on the girl the night of or the night before. Anyway, Kaepernick drew national attention last season when he knelt during the national anthem before games as a protest to social injustice, which he said he will no longer do in 2017. Quote, which he said he will no longer do in 2017. Is Kaepernick a coon for saying that? Are y'all agreeing that he said he wouldn't do that no more? I mean, if we calling Ray Lewis a coon, which he was pushing for Kaepernick to come on. Because Ray Lewis, Ray Lewis, come on, y'all been fucking criticizing him and calling him a coon and Sambo for the last, 6 years now, maybe? 4 or 5 years or so? So much so y'all said, oh, is this what he was cooning for to get on Fox Sports? Silly, immature shit like that black people do. But remember, y'all look at Ray Lewis like a bad guy. Well, Kaepernick say he ain't gonna do that shit no more. What happened? Is Kaepernick not a coon? Can y'all say, you know what? He said he ain't gonna do it no more. Okay, cool. Let's get past that. I'm talking too much on that. That's too logical for y'all. Let's continue. Ravens coach John Harbaugh brought up the possibility of pursuing Kaepernick at the opening of training camp when quarterback Joe Flacco informed the team that his back injury. Team president Dick Cass, later indicated that the Ravens had direct contact with Kaepernick, who informed Baltimore that he still desired to play. Ravens official acknowledged they had consulted with fans and former current players, as well as sponsors about Kaepernick. Pray for us, Bisciotti said, of the team when weighing its decision. Kaepernick's girlfriend then posted the picture of Bisciotti and Lewis 3 days later. Can you believe that shit? Did y'all know any of that? Did y'all know this was done on the 2nd of August? Come on, let me know. Did you know? Let me show you something else. You ready for this one? Okay, hold on. You see the tweet? She don't even have enough fucking love for this man and what they've done to the idea of even signing him in the NFL to even take the fucking tweet down. I don't think she mixed or something, but hell, he mixed too. But let y'all tell it, fuck it. They both black. Nah, we ignoring the biracial tendency here. We're ignoring the gene of, we're ignoring the race of, mixed race, throw it out the window. Fuck it, they both black. Alright, let's say that. Both of them black. At the end of the day, is anybody going to check her for posting this? And is anybody going to check Kaepernick for saying I'm no longer going to kneel? I told y'all in the other videos, the media and people like black people that are out there talking about, I stand for Kaepernick. This went over your head. You didn't even know this happened? Did you know that the Ravens was willing to sign him? So now you know why they didn't sign him. It's because of this bitch. It's her. And you can say, and then let's just say, man, they could ignore that. They could just take a joke. They could take a joke, right? You can't compare the owner of the Ravens to a slave owner. Skip Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis ain't, fuck Ray Lewis. You can't make a joke about the owner being compared to a character in a movie that is a owner of a plantation and a slave owner, and think that it's okay. And you want your man to be in the NFL, and nobody's gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it over and over. This bitch has ruined his opportunity to play for the Ravens, and Lord have mercy, I'm telling you this, and I'm gonna say it nicely for y'all, because a lot of y'all don't know football. Flacco's back. Might not last long, and I'm gonna say this. Baltimore has a very good chance of making the Super Bowl. A very good one. A very good chance. Maybe not the best, but a very good chance. And Kaepernick could have been starting quarterback when necessary. All this protesting. Take y'all ass home. All this crying about I stand for Kaepernick. Shut the fuck up. All this bullshit y'all talking and y'all ain't even doing your research. I haven't even thoroughly researched everything. But I ran across this and I know this is bigger than the national anthem. This is bigger than them being racist, any of that shit. Like I said, there's probably one owner that would, but they saw this and they said, well, I wonder what his girlfriend thinks about me as an owner. They were trying to sign this dude and Ray Lewis. Now, granted, Nessa, I hope you see this. And if anybody that's watching this, like I said, I will only agree with it if they said fuck signing Kaepernick. Nobody was like right now would have been a perfect time to put that tweet up. Because nobody's trying to sign you, and it's only because of no really legitimate reason. You can say this is not a reason, but it is. And if Nessa said, let me put the tweet up, let me make a joke, but let me leave the owner of the Baltimore Ravens out of it. If she had left the Ravens owner out of the tweet as a joke to just Ray Lewis, solely Ray Lewis alone, it probably would have been way different than what it is now. You insulted the owner that was going to sign a check for your husband or boyfriend to play for. You ruined it for him. And nobody cares. And nobody holds black women accountable. They don't hold women accountable for shit in general. Like, I don't give a fuck. Asian, Chinese, Mexican. When it comes to women, they could do shit like this. And let's watch the comments before I go. I'm out. Ha 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 ha. Is it still funny, Damien? So a combine isn't a slave trade now? I'll let you do the comparisons and research on your own. But wake the fuck up. A combine is not a slave. I don't remember slave. Listen, athletes are athletes. If you don't want to watch sports, if you don't like football, don't watch. But people are going, listen, football is a contact sport. You have to determine what position, what size, how fast, how big, how strong, how quick, how you can catch. This is how they determine. Why y'all trying to use the combine as a slave trade? And people making millions, sometimes even $100,000 just to sit on the fucking bench. It's some people that don't get drafted, who didn't get drafted, and who shouldn't even be in the NFL that's getting $1 million check. This is what's wrong with black people. This is the silliest shit ever. If a combine was paying me millions of dollars to play a game, I'll take that kind of slavery, any kind of work for $40,000 a year. Thank you, Sports Hayes. That's slavery. Modern day slaves are walking around every day, not because we work and make the money. It's mentally we're slaves. You need to read. Not all slaves were kept in shacks, price stallions, and of course, yeah, but people don't read. Come on, Nessa. There's a time and place for everything. When Cap is trying to get a job from the Ravens, this is not the time. So people were saying that. Some people were aware. Man, stop. If any owner really wanted him, things would have never made to this point. I see a lot of people that can't take the truth. You see that? The entire NFL is playing a race card. Nah, they're using their white privilege to blackball. Really? You call this blackball? Like, this girlfriend gonna disrespect me like that, and y'all call that blackball? Let me tell you something. I could be cool with a guy if his bitch disrespect me, even saying that I'm a clown or anything negative. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop fucking with him. Man, get your bitch in check. Ain't that real talk? And I'm just a regular individual. And she's just a regular individual. And so is my homeboy. If my homeboy girl disrespect me, I'm going to put her in fucking check. Now, don't disrespect my homeboy. He ain't done nothing to you, which Kaepernick has done nothing to y'all. Ray has done nothing to Kaepernick. He's championed the idea of getting him signed. Can you motherfuckers say thank you and get on this Nessa bitch? That's all.